everybody. Welcome to the Hallmarkies podcast. We are here for another interview with one of our Hallmark actresses. We're really excited to talk with actress Cory Lee today. And I'm film critic Rachel Wagner. And Cory, thank you so much for coming on the podcast.
Oh, thank you. Thank you so much. It gave me an excuse to put on like a top.
Yeah.
Makeup on my face.
You can have pajamas on the bottom, but
yeah. There it is, pajamas on the bottom for sure.
If you're watching, we did a video version, so you check out the YouTube channel if you want to see our friendly smiling faces on this one. But how have you been? We've been in quarantine now. I've been for 6 weeks. And how have you been surviving this crazy time?
I'm surviving. I mean, I'm alive, and we're blessed to be alive, but it's a crazy time.
It is.
It is really weird. One day I feel really positive and productive, and then the next day I just, eat chips and watch television. So it's whatever makes you through. Some days are better than others, but I know we're going to get out of this, so that's kind of keeping me going, but it's definitely tough to think as an actor, everything's shut down. And the thing that kind of propels me forward as an actor is that every day could be the day that I land, an exciting job, and that's just not going to happen right now. There aren't any auditions, and, there aren't productions starting up yet. They will. But yeah, it's a weird time.
I know. I think it's for every career right now. I mean, almost every career, unless you're in hand sanitizers. I think it's just a really weird time to be alive.
Weird time. I'm crafting. I definitely. I did some tie dye yesterday.
Oh, you did?
Yeah, I did. There's a lot more to come. I ordered like 11 shirts on Amazon. Only 2 have arrived yet.
Yeah.
It's strange with Amazon how it's like. Before, it was like next day, and
right.
Nothing is next day currently, which I get, but like I ordered these 11 shirts like 10 days ago, so I was hoping more would have arrived.
Yeah, you're getting the tie-dye kit from them?
Yes, so I ordered a tie-dye kit, and then I ordered like 11 different like Gildan t-shirts. I have a niece and a nephew, so I'm gonna like spend a lot of time on theirs. And then I made one yesterday, the first one for my husband, and I tried reverse tie-dye, and all you need for that is bleach, people. So
whoa,
I had that.
I've never even heard of that.
Oh, Google it. It actually looks really cool. And you literally just use a dark t-shirt and you like crumple it up like you were to like normal tie-dye in like whatever kind of pattern or not non-pattern.
Yeah.
You can't go wrong. That's the joy of tie-dye. It always kind of looks cool.
So you're thriving, and it sounds like to me, in quarantine. Really? I mean,
I don't know if I'm thriving, but I'm trying to stay creative.
Yeah.
Whatever way that is. I definitely have been writing some music.
Oh.
And I guess we'll get to that because we're going to talk about kind of what got me into acting, but music was my first love. So I've been trying to write some songs and stay positive there. It's just, it's hard to be creative when you're just kind of stuck inside.
Yeah. No, it is, because people think, oh, this would be the perfect time you can do all those projects that you wanted to do, but I don't know. It doesn't quite work that way. It doesn't. It's not on demand. Like you kind of have to be sort of in a spot to be creative, I feel like.
I love people, and I love eating out, and I love thrift shopping is like one of my like big kind of loves. And
I know. I thought going into this whole thing, I was pretty cocky when it started. I was like, I already work from home. I still have the podcast. And like, compared to other people, I do have it pretty easy compared to other people, but still like as a film critic, losing going to the cinemas was really hard for me. And also losing church was something that was hard for me. And so it's just like, I didn't realize how much those social interactions really did matter to me until they were gone.
I mean, there are a lot of great things happening online. That's the kind of one big positive kind of coming out of this, like,
Yeah.
musicians are probably going to do a live concert, over the next month, or maybe they already have, like streaming services are booming. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
There are
Yeah.
some cool, I'm sure there's some awesome, church services that are happening online. You just have
Yeah.
to find them. It's not the same as going,
Yeah.
obviously,
But
because
I thought that I was pretty isolated even to start, but I didn't realize how much those human interactions I did have really did matter to me till they were
yeah, like
gone.
me and my husband, so I had just shot Matchmaker Mysteries
Yeah.
in Vancouver. I normally live in Toronto, but I'm from Vancouver originally, and my parents are here. So we actually made the kind of active decision to stay in Vancouver, to be with my parents so we could, help them and just kind of be together in our own
Right.
bubble. So I'm really blessed that I have kind of four people, like, well,
Yeah.
me, my husband, my mom, and my dad, to really kind of talk to, and it's definitely kept me a lot more sane, talking with like my girlfriends that are single. As you were saying,
Yeah.
it's tough not, touching someone and talking to someone
Yeah.
live, and just, there's definitely pros and cons to everything. Like, I try every day to like have a little space, come into a room by myself and just kind of have my alone time. But it's definitely awesome to have other people
Yeah.
around. Plus, we brought our dog and they have a dog. So
Oh,
I've been
nice.
actively out like 3 times a day, having nice dog walks. My parents live in a nice area, and there's like not tons of people around, which is another great thing. So
Hmm.
yeah, I definitely am blessed in my situation.
Have you been doing any quarantine cooking?
Oh, of course I mean, who hasn't? Because it's kind of like we have the time. Before,
Yeah.
what's funny is like even with my crafting, my Google searches would be like easy, quick tie dye. Now my Google search was advanced, advanced tie dye.
Yeah.
And like I literally chose, like, I bookmarked designs that are gonna like take me longer.
Right.
Like, I don't want it to take 5 minutes. Like, I want
Yeah.
to spend hours.
Yeah. What's your best culinary achievement in
I did,
quarantine?
I'm gluten free,
Oh, okay.
unfortunately. I mean, I wish I could eat all the gluten. So I made a beautiful gluten free banana bread. I feel like banana bread
Whoa.
has had a serious glow up in these quarantine times. Um, so yesterday I made tacos for my family. We've been kind of like switching off, which has been fun. Like, yes, last night was my night. So I
Mm.
made fresh guacamole. I did
Mm.
like some chicken. I did like a beautiful like sauteed veggie mix.
Mm.
I went and got from the grocery store like pure corn tortillas, obviously because I'm gluten free.
Yeah.
So, but yeah, they turned out great. I
That
was really
sounds good.
yeah.
Sounds really good. I'm not gluten free, so I made bread for the first time in a long time, and it was pretty fun. I think it turned out pretty good.
It's
So that was
time
exciting.
consuming. And normally in our busy lives, we're like, oh, it takes so long, like I got
Yeah.
to do. But now we're kind of like, well, I have 4 hours,
I
might as
know.
well. And then literally like Googling, like before it was like quick, easy, fast,
Yeah. It's
Nope.
like maybe I should let it rise again, just for the heck of it.
Yeah, totally. Exactly. So now I'm just taking my time.
Yeah.
That, and I am drinking more wine. I used to only let myself have a glass or two on the weekends.
Mm-hmm.
I'm definitely drinking a few more than that. But
Because
all
no one's. Yeah.
in moderation. I mean, I'm working
Right.
at VA too, so it's like, hey.
Yeah. There you go. That's really well. Let us know if you're listening. Let us know what you have been cooking and how you've been getting through quarantine. We can all share together.
Yeah, or crafting. I've been seeing a lot of really cool.
Yeah. I need to
I
get
get
on the crafting thing. I
you.
haven't I haven't I haven't done very much of anything like that except for yeah, no, I need to I feel like I've gone down the baking. Maybe the
Yes,
next 2 weeks will be the crafting period. It'll
I
be
have
like,
some. some beading tutorials bookmarked on YouTube. I'm gonna try
Ooh.
do some beaded earrings.
Yeah. That's a
Again, it was like advanced beading. Where before it's like quick,
yeah,
easy.
yeah, yeah. Well, put on your social media. What I want to see the advanced
Okay.
earrings you make.
Okay, I will. I actually here. So my first reverse tie dye I did yesterday, as I was saying, for my husband,
Uh-huh.
and I was very proud of myself. It's so easy, honestly. Like if you're looking for an easy craft, all you need is bleach.
Uh-huh.
Like all you need, and you're like, okay, let me see if you can see. But yeah,
Oh,
it basically
whoa.
yeah,
Look at
the,
that.
the bleach kind of like takes away color,
Yeah.
and and this is just literally a black t-shirt with some bleach, and I use the crumple method. And
Yeah.
yeah, it took 5 minutes.
Well, that looks amazing. So yeah, yesterday was really fun. I have a book club that I've been in for years, and we did our first virtual meeting,
I love
which
it.
was very exciting.
That's awesome.
Yeah. So we're all doing our best here, but let me
Exactly.
ask you, so how did you end up getting into acting? What was your inspiration for becoming an actress?
Oh wow. I mean, this could be a long conversation, so
We got all day.
I'll condense it down to as a shorter story. So I started in the entertainment business in music. So I'm a
Mm-hmm.
singer. Like that's kind of like my first love.
Uh-huh.
When I was 8, I literally started doing musical theater really, really young. I had done a professional musical when I was 12 with Donny Osmond. I was in Joseph and the Amazing Technicolor Dreamcoat.
Really? Is
Yeah,
that in Vancouver? I mean, in
yeah.
Toronto
No, it was in Vancouver. I
or
was
Vancouver?
in Vancouver. And then that kind of led me into being a recording artist. When I was in high school, I was in like a girl group, and we did a lot.
Oh,
We had music out, and then
what's your girl group name?
it was called Risque.
Whoa.
RISK. I spelt it special.
Whoa.
Uh, and then literally kind of when that, I mean, again, that's a whole long story, but basically we had gotten offered a big kind of American recording contract,
Uh-huh.
and it didn't happen. I thought my life was over, but that's what really kind of propelled me into doing my first solo album.
Mm-hmm.
And I literally used all the kind of music connections I'd made during the girl group to make my first album. And I put out the first album independently, like by myself. I really, I'm a hustler. I definitely, I make things happen. That's
Yeah.
who I am. And I put a song to the radio. Like I paid a big radio promoter at the time in Vancouver to kind of put one of the songs out to the radio, and no labels wanted to sign me at the time. I'd been like sending out demos. I had done the album basically as a demo in hopes to get signed to a major, because that's kind of how it was back then.
Mm-hmm.
Everything has completely changed, I'd say, in the recording industry the last few years, or more than that, because of streaming, and people don't really buy music like they used to. But anyway, long
Mm-hmm.
story short, I paid a radio promoter to put out one of the songs to the radio, and I was blessed that the song took off,
Mm.
and it ended up going top 10 in Canada on the radio,
Mm-hmm.
and did really well for me. And that really is kind of where everything happened for me. I got nominated for R&B Song of the Year at the Junos, which is kind of like, I guess you would liken them to the Grammys, but
Mm-hmm.
um, obviously on a smaller scale because it's Canada,
Right.
but still awesome. So
Sure.
when I was at the Junos, nominated for my single, I met a man by the name of Stephen Stone, who was an executive producer of a TV show at the time, looking for a singer slash actress. And so he asked me, literally, I remember specifically meeting him, and he asked me if I'd ever done any acting. And I had. Obviously, I started in musical theater. Had done some film, TV acting at that point, but my main priority at that point kind of in my life had always been music. And I auditioned for the TV show. It was called Instant Star. It was, I landed the role. It's literally what prompted my move from Vancouver to Toronto, because Instant Star shot in Toronto. And my character, Karma, who was so fun to play. She was a diva. She was trying to make it in the music industry by any means necessary. But that's literally what propelled me into acting. And I loved it. I was bitten by the acting bug. And I mean, there was lots of hills and valleys from that point, but it's really what kind of catapulted me into serious acting. Like, I had done acting before, but that's like having a lead role on, a TV show that aired in Canada and the States. It aired on Nickelodeon in the States and CTV here in Canada. And it literally, it changed my whole world. And
so do you still like kind of dabble in music, or do you just, is it sort of a hobby now, or do you still do both, or how does that work?
I do both. Music, I kind of explain music as like the love of my life. Like, I really do. I love it. It's in my blood. I will never stop doing music, but it's not my main priority anymore. I put out music every year still. Like, if you look up Cory Lee on Spotify, there's tons and tons of songs, and I keep putting stuff out continuously just because I love writing music. It's, it's who I am. But literally since kind of Instant Star, which was like 2006, acting has been my main priority. Like, when that show kind of came to a close, that was the real crossroads for me, because it was like, do I continue actively like auditioning and really grinding out like the acting side of my life, or do I go back full time into music? And I kind of did both at that point, very much the same. Like, I really kind of kept doing music a lot stronger, and I also 100% put myself into acting. I took a lot more classes, and I just tried to become the best actor that I could be, and really do the audition grind.
That's really cool that you were able to transition and able to still do some of both.
Yeah.
And that's really neat. What kind of music do you is it? Sounds like with a girl band, it was probably pop music. I would assume.
It's like R&B, pop. I definitely like, sometimes it's dance, sometimes it's electro. I really like just kind of like hard hitting, emotional stuff. Definitely like my biggest inspirations growing up were like 90s R&B. So like Aaliyah was a big one for me. Coming from that like musical theater life, like singing, dancing, acting, like doing all three. And then J-Lo was a huge one for me. I love me some J-Lo. She's my spirit animal. Beyonce, like these kind of, you know, triple threat ladies are kind of who, I aspire to be.
Well, if we ever get our dream fantasy Hallmark musical, we'll have to get you on board.
It's funny. Talking with Danica on set too, I was, like, because she's such a great dancer. I told her she needs to have some dancing in one of these Matchmaker Mysteries, because to show off all her
fun.
I mean, she has all the skills already. Like,
she's like Dancing with the Stars.
I asked her, I was like, you can sing. I bet you can sing. She's like, oh, I can kind of hold a tune. I'm like, no, you can sing.
It just makes sense to do a Hallmark musical, because there's so many people that are talented singers. Nikki DeLoach, Alicia Witt, like so many people that have singing backgrounds. But then also, it's just such a part of Christmas.
Oh my gosh, yes. And I mean, a lot of Christmas movies obviously have some singing in them, but
if there was a Hallmark Christmas musical, that thing would get insane ratings.
I vote for it, and I volunteer my services.
You're like, I volunteer as tribute.
Well, yeah, like literally roles that I get to sing are pretty much like everything. I love
Yeah.
it so
Yeah.
much. Like all literally the meeting of all my lives.
So did you go from the Instant Star to the Degrassi?
Yes.
Yeah.
So actually the same producer, that same man, Steven Stone, the one that I met at the
Uh-huh.
Juno when I was nominated, he was one of the executive producers of Instant Star. And then when Instant Star got canceled, a couple years later, I ended up auditioning for Degrassi, and he's
Mm.
one of the producers on Degrassi. So I honestly, he's very, very instrumental in my career, because without him, like my two biggest roles kind of that really catapulted my acting life, I got, and he was involved.
Mm. Yeah. So you were older by the time you got that role, even though you were playing. Were you a teacher
Yeah, I was
in
yeah.
Degrassi?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Yeah. So I thought. Well, that's cool. It must be nice when you're part of a series like that. You have that reliable every week kind of
Oh,
role.
I mean, as an actor, obviously, like your biggest kind of goals are to be like involved in something that you genuinely love and believe in, and then the people around the project are everything, so and it was a lot of the same crew from Instant Star that went on to Degrassi. So when I got
Mm.
the role on Degrassi, it was like coming home is really kind of
Yeah.
how it felt, because I loved shooting Instant Star so much that to then be a part of something where it was a lot of the same people, it just was it was so magical. One of my kind of I try and live in, moments of just like extreme joy and gratitude. And I try and think back to like certain moments in my life and try and just live them, because I believe that when you feel those feelings, it kind of invites them into your life more.
Yeah.
My happiest moments is the phone call from my agent when I booked Degrassi, because I just knew that, because as you were saying, as an actor, when you're on a series, knowing you've got steady work coming for the next little while and like a project that you genuinely love and believe in, like it was just everything. I specifically
Yeah.
remember the moment that my agent called, and we were waiting on the news. So I knew she was calling to tell me either I got it or I didn't get it.
Yeah. It's your that thing you do moment where you're freaking out on the phone, like ah.
I remember I was in a store too with my husband, and like I just screamed and everyone looked
Uh-huh.
at me, and I didn't even care. I just was so happy and elated.
Yeah. We'd like to take a second and thank our sponsor for this episode of the podcast. They are the good folks over at Skylight Frames. And we have Mother's Day coming up. Everybody is, a little bit, in this weird spot. You might be separated from your mother. You might not be able to see her the way that, like, I've been frustrated. I haven't been able to spend time with my mother. And so you want to do something special for Mother's Day this year. The Skylight Frame is a really great choice. It's a digital frame, but it looks just like any other frame. So it's not like the bulky ones like you see sometimes. This is a really attractive, nice looking digital frame, and it works so effortlessly. It's done all through. You can email the photos to the frame, and so you don't have to upload it the way you typically would upload a digital frame. And so people could be out social distancing and send a picture right to your frame, and you wouldn't even have to do anything complicated for it. It's really, really simple. There's a simple touch screen. You're able to heart pictures that you enjoy. You can swipe through them. It's really, really nice. And so if you have people that aren't so tech savvy as far as something like Instagram, this is a really great way for them to share photos, get photos, and to have them in this really attractive frame. So you should definitely check it out. It sets up in under 60 seconds, and you get 100% satisfaction guaranteed. If you don't love your Skylight frame, they'll offer you a full refund. And you can even load it with your favorite photos before giving it to them if you want, say, for Mother's Day to have all of grandkids or all of memories of growing up or things like that. You can easily upload them and give them to to the person without even opening up the frame. So it's a really nice system that way. And I gave my parents a Skylight Frame for Christmas, and they've really been enjoying it. And my dad's a photographer, so it's really a nice way for him to share and get to view his favorite pictures. So definitely check it out. Right now is a special holiday offer. You can get $10 off your purchase of a Skylight Frame when you go to skylightframe.com/Hallmark and you enter code Hallmark. That's Skylight Frame, $10 off your purchase at skylightframe.com/Hallmark and enter code Hallmark. And that's SKYLIGHTFRAME.com/Hallmark. So check it out. I think you'll really enjoy it. So I think your first role for Hallmark was on an episode of Good Witch. Is that correct?
Yes. Oh, wow. You've done your research.
I try.
And
Get a lot of time these days.
Good fun trivia. So when I was on Degrassi, my character had an affair with one of the students.
Uh-huh.
And in the episode of Good Witch that I shot, he was in it with me.
Oh, really?
Yeah. So Degrassi fans were really... I got a lot of messages from fun Degrassi fans after that Good Witch episode aired. They're like, oh my gosh, because my character was called Miss O and his character was Sav. So I'm like, Sav and Miss O are reunited on this episode of Good Witch.
That's funny.
Yeah, it was really, really fun.
Well, that makes sense because Good Witch is filmed in Toronto, so
yeah, exactly.
That makes sense. And so, so you got to meet. I don't remember that episode, but you got to meet Catherine, both Catherines, I guess, or the cast there.
Yes. So the episode, I'm trying to remember the exact. So basically, it was like these business owners were like brought to the house to kind of negotiate a business deal, and then while we're there, the witches do their witchy thing.
Yeah.
Set us all up into couples.
Oh, I do remember that episode. Yeah, that was cute.
I mean, they're all cute. Yeah. And basically her pairings don't go as she imagined them to go.
Well, isn't it Abigail who was doing the pairings, and because Cassie was gone?
Yes. Oh my gosh. Yes. She was going to the lake house.
That's right. She was on her honeymoon, I think.
I don't remember.
Oh, no, she was you're right. She was at the lake house.
Yeah, she was
and Abigail thought she could do it, and it all goes wrong.
Yes.
Because that was I liked that episode. That was fun.
Yeah, it was super cute.
Yeah. So last year you were in 3 Christmas movies, not on Hallmark.
Yes.
But
so last year was my first kind of foray into being in a bunch of holiday movies.
Yeah. And so it was Mistletoes and Menorahs.
Yes.
Christmas Stars.
Yes, Christmas Stars.
And Very Corgi Christmas.
Very Corgi Christmas, yes.
And so I was curious, like, did you shoot those in like July, or experience with those?
Mistletoes and Menorahs, which was originally called Merry Hanukkah.
Uh-huh.
We shot it in Ottawa, which a lot of Hallmark stuff shoots kind of like Ottawa or like North Bay. Like I know Lacey Crossword Mysteries shoots in North Bay.
Mm-hmm.
And it was right at this time because I have my phone set up to like show me memories from a year ago.
Oh, right. Yeah.
So I was literally shooting Merry Hanukkah exactly a year ago, and it was still snowing in Ottawa because Ottawa's cold. It's colder than Toronto. And then I shot Corgi Christmas and Christmas Stars basically in the summer in Toronto. They both shot in Toronto. But my scenes in both of those movies are inside.
Oh, that's good. I have to be like dying outside.
Yeah. No, I was inside, so it was easy for sure. Yeah.
You got to stay hydrated.
Yeah, and Toronto gets super hot. I don't know what the weather is where you are, but yeah, it gets really hot. In Toronto, so that's always an interesting scene to shoot where it's like 30 degrees outside and you have to pretend it's winter, so you're in like a parka and a scarf. And
that's
the cool thing about the mystery movies is they're pretty much seasonless.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know if you've noticed that. Like
Right.
they don't like to show kind of like super summer or super winter because they kind of can take place at any time, like any season.
That's true. That's a good point. I hadn't thought
Yeah.
of that, but you're right.
Mhm.
Yeah. So you in the Matchmaker Mysteries, you work on the set of the fake show, right? As a
Exactly.
producer or something like
Yes.
that.
I am Angie Dove's like right hand gal slash partner, bestie on the Matchmaker show, like the actual show.
Uh-huh. So is that fun working with Danica?
Oh gosh, she's such a pro. I can't even. I could talk many, many hours about her. She's awesome. She is. It's hard being a number one. You know, you're in every scene. You have so many lines every day. Like, there's no time off. And she like one of my biggest measures of like someone who I know loves their job, and you know, if you come to set uber prepared, like you love your job, and she
Yeah.
always is prepared. She's already broken down the scene in her head. She looks beautiful and she's a pro. So
Yeah, when we first heard about the series, we were a little bit like, I don't know, because she's so sweet, and how would it work for her to be, seen? We just felt like she's going to see a dead body, and she's going to have, she won't be able to handle it because she's so sweet. But I think what they did, at least in the first one, that made it work really well, is they worked in a lot of humor, more than a lot of the other shows. There was a lot of funny
well,
banter and funny jokes and things.
I think it's a great juxtaposition with the Matchmaker show
Mm-hmm.
and then her kind of like solving these murders, because during the Matchmaker show it can be like more lighthearted and fun, you know, and because obviously solving a murder is very serious stuff,
Right.
and like obviously there's always some humor going around, but it's a delicate balance. So
Mm-hmm.
the Matchmaker show kind of allows the show to have, I think, a few more of those kind of lighthearted moments.
Yeah. I mean, I don't know how many people are going to want to sign up for her show, though, if people keep getting murdered. That's the only thing that's a little dicey.
True. Well, in this new one, the person that I can't give anything away. I'm like, the person that
Right.
passes away wasn't on the Matchmaker show
Okay.
per
Yeah.
se.
Just sort of tangentially involved.
Exactly. She
Yeah.
ends up being there when this kind of accident happens, and
Mm-hmm.
so she feels,
Yeah.
you know,
Because you don't
connected.
want her matchmaker service to get a
No,
bad reputation.
no, the Matchmaker show needs to keep going. It's so fun.
Yeah. Yeah. So and do you get to work with Victor Webster at all, or is he not in your scenes?
I kind of have a scene or two with him every movie.
Mm.
So this one, I think I had a few more. Yeah,
Mm.
I do. Yeah. Because there definitely is again, I can't give anything away. There's
Yeah,
definitely a
yeah, don't
scene
give
where
any away.
he appears on one of the Matchmaker sets.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
Definitely, yeah.
It's always funny with these shows, you think would the police officers, the detectives get so much more done if they didn't have these amateur sleuths bothering.
But then it's the sleuths that end up solving.
I know.
So it's kind of like, you know.
Yeah, it works out pretty good. So yeah, you were saying that there was plans, at least before all this madness, of doing even more. So they must
Yeah.
be pretty confident in the show.
I mean, I love them. I think we all love them.
Yeah.
Like, my mom calls them romance novels. And I'm like, oh,
Mhm.
she's like, are you shooting another romance novel? I was like, oh, sure. I'm like,
Sure.
you know,
Basically, I mean, they basically are the cozy mysteries that
yeah,
you
you
get.
know what you're in for, and it's always a good time. And like, to shoot them is so fun. It's
Hmm.
just so fun.
Yeah.
So,
I'm so excited to see it, and hopefully we'll get back up
yeah,
shooting
uh,
before too long.
all I want to be doing is shooting another Matchmaker Mysteries movie, literally.
Yeah.
Like, everything.
All right. Well, what we like to do, we like to end our interviews with what we call the team beat questions. They're And your time as a as a girl band member, you
Yes.
might relate to Teen Beat.
Yes.
But there's silly questions. So here we go. First question: what is the best ice cream flavor?
Ooh, best ice cream. I'm a simple gal. Like I love just like a plain vanilla with like some caramel and nuts.
Can't go wrong with that. Can't go wrong with the basics.
Salted. Ooh, a little salt in there.
Mm-hmm.
Salted caramel.
Yeah, sounds good. All right, what's your favorite color?
Ooh, to wear or just in general?
Either, however you see fit to answer the question.
I love black. I'm a black girl. I love wearing black, but I do really like purple. Dark, like a good dark purple.
That's my favorite too. Yeah.
Like a violet.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Yeah. All right. What music are you listening to right now?
Ooh. As I said, I love music a lot, and it definitely gets me through, and I listen to a lot of random different stuff. So I'm trying to think of the last kind of song I listened to. I listened to this morning the new Culinary song. I do really love Kalani's voice, an urban artist.
Cool.
There's a new artist that I've been really liking. Her name, I could be saying it wrong, but Kiana Lede. She's like a singer-songwriter.
That sounds familiar.
And pop. She's really cool. You could check her out on Spotify. But then I do love like my like musical theater stuff still, just because that's kind of where I came from. So like a good Les Mis.
Oh, I love Les Mis so much.
Saigon.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. So. Very cool. All right. What is your go-to date night food?
Oh,
back when we could go out to eat.
Going out to eat?
Yeah.
So me and my husband love food. That's like one of our major bonds. We love going out for food. We love all our like Asian foods, like sushi and Thai. We love Korean. We love Chinese. So like Asian, we love our Asian pho. I'm saying wrong. Pho.
Oh, I love that. Oh, what I wouldn't give to have like go to a Vietnamese restaurant and have a big bowl of hot. Oh, that sounds so good.
You should learn how to make
not the same. It's not. Well, yeah, that's true.
The broth.
But it's not the same as with takeout.
I know. I like for pho. I like to eat it like right away.
Yeah.
Like, it's basically the secret I find with takeout. Like if you're really jonesing, is get it and then reheat it before. Like boil the broth again.
Yeah.
And pour it over the noodles.
Oh, the best. All right. What is your go-to date night activity?
Oh,
if you were going out and doing something.
I mean, we love music, and food. So like, yeah, again, I'm a simple gal, like a nice, beautiful meal out and then like a concert.
Yeah.
Again, can't wait to do that kind of stuff once.
I know.
It's over.
Me too. I got to change this questionnaire. It's too depressing. All right. Dogs or cats?
Ooh, well, since I have a dog, I'll go dog. I have a 5-pound long-haired Chihuahua named Quincy Bones.
That's cute. All right. Beaches or mountains?
Oh, see, again, as a BC Vancouverite, like mountains are everywhere and they're so beautiful. And the fact that you can just keep looking at them, even like from your house right now, is pretty awesome. But I think I gotta say beach.
There's nothing I love more than the beach, but it is kind of comforting to step outside and look at the mountains.
It is, like the fact that they're just there and they look amazing. It's people take it for granted, I think.
No, they do.
They're just always there.
Yeah, it's true. All right. Would you rather be in a fancy dress or in sweats?
Oh, sweats. I'm a sneaker girl. I really am. Like I have an addiction to kicks. Like I have a lot.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah. I'm an athleisure girl all the way. Actually, it's like a kind of a running joke because like the last few years I've been like these kind of more so professional roles. Like my characters are always in like cute blazers and like a casual work dress, but then they see me arrive to set and I'm in like a Nike tracksuit and some like Air Maxes and like a cap, and they're like, is this the real you? I'm like, yeah, this is Cory Lee.
Yeah, you're like, I make this look good. Let's
like when you play a character, that's the joy of playing a character. You get to wear things and be things that you wouldn't necessarily be.
Yeah. So Do you have a favorite holiday that to celebrate?
Ooh, I would have to say Christmas just because it's the time that I usually take all of December off and come home to Vancouver and spend it
Mm-hmm.
like, with my parents. And I have a sister and a niece and nephew, so it's just nice to really like
Yeah,
rest and like spend time with your loved ones when you don't live in the same city as them. You know, it's kind of my time to really connect again with all my people.
it's really hard to beat Christmas.
Yeah, I
I
love
mean,
I
yeah.
really, I just love it, and it's so crazy too. Like the older you get, it like just I think it means so much more
Hmm.
to like be all together. That's all I
Yeah.
care about. I even tell I'm like I don't even care about presents. I just want to stare at your face. Like let's have a
Yeah.
laugh and like do a puzzle and like share, a meal. That's like
Yeah.
it's
I
so
know it was so hard this last Easter because my parents, I've had I tested negative for the COVID, but I have had a little bit of a sickness, but I
mhm,
don't want to I don't want to risk getting my parents or both
sure.
they live like 10 minutes away, and just because if it was a false negative or whatever, I don't want to risk getting them sick. So it was so hard this last Easter to just be like, they're so
Uh,
close. Yeah, I couldn't see them. It's like I can't wait to just,
hug them.
yeah, to hug my parents. Like it's so bizarre to live in a world where I can't hug my mom. Like what?
Oh, I know.
It's
What
so
about like a fun self-distancing hang? Like you can, they
yeah.
sit on the porch, you like on the sidewalk, you
Yeah. We we've uh we've done some online stuff, but yeah, we need to do something like that because it's just
huh,
I don't know. It was just such a weird, it was a
yeah,
weird Easter, very very weird.
it's so
There's no
weird.
church, and then I could be with my family, but
Yeah.
uh, but anyway, all right. Last question: do you have a favorite Hallmark movie?
Oh, well, I'm
And you
kind of
can say one of the Matchmaker if you
I'm
want.
kind of biased. I mean, if I wasn't to pick Matchmaker Mysteries, which is my favorite Hallmark movie, I actually really loved Dollywood because I love
Oh,
and I love Danica. So
right.
kind of like Matchmaker Mysteries, but not.
Yeah, very good.
And it was the same production company that did
Okay.
that did the second Matchmaker Mysteries too. Because fun trivia, we shot the first Matchmaker Mysteries in Ontario,
Oh,
and we shot the second one in Vancouver.
okay. Yeah,
Yeah,
interesting.
so it's gonna feel a lot different.
Well, that'll be interesting. I'll have to look out for that
Yeah,
and
totally.
see.
Super fun. I mean,
Yeah,
I it was actually on my bucket list
yeah.
this year was to come back to Vancouver and shoot something
Mm-hmm.
exciting, and this was it for me. So
Good. Well, you checked it off before it would be in a possibility. So
it
that's
was
good.
it was every day was awesome. It felt great, and it was a blessing when I found out it was happening
Yeah.
in Vancouver, and that at that I was going to be involved. Yeah, I shed a few happy tears.
Yay.
Yeah.
Well, let's all hope and pray that everybody's safe, that everything,
Yes.
and that things can hopefully get to a new normal as quickly as
Sure.
possible.
And we are blessed. Like the
Yeah.
fact that I'm like, oh, I'm bored. Well, bored is a blessing. You know what I mean?
Right.
Like it is a blessing where, you know, all the people on the front lines going to work every
Yeah.
day, like it's so stressful. Like I have a good friend that's a nurse. Like it's so stressful, you
Yeah.
know?
Yeah, and
So
we
yeah,
honor them for sure. We're so grateful for that, and thank you so much for coming on. This was so much fun. You were a great
yes,
guest, and we'll definitely have to have you on again. Hopefully,
anything.
uh,
I love all things Hallmark and I love Matchmaker Mysteries and I'm so excited for everyone to see it. We're all
yeah,
gonna be live tweeting and
yeah.
so yeah, follow along.
So,
Fun.
you want to share your social media for
Yeah,
everybody?
everything is Cory Lee Music, CoryLee. So all my Twitter, my Instagram, and everything is just Cory Lee Music. So yeah, follow me. Let me know
Great.
how you love the movie. Send me your crafting ideas. Like I'm here.
Yes, please
Yeah.
do.
If
Now,
you're tie dyeing, if you're making
okay.
jewelry, food pre
Yes.
anything.
Yes. Yeah, or if you're baking, whatever you're doing,
Oh,
let us
like
know.
I am on Instagram more right now than I think It's been a while because I'm getting ideas.
Yeah.
Ideas, and I like it.
Well, keep in touch, and thanks again. We really appreciate it. And hopefully we'll talk again when this is all over.
We'll be back soon, baby. And our next conversation will be so different. We'll be
Yes.
talking about all the takeout we've been eating. Well, not restaurants we've been eating in.
Yes.
Buying, all the people we've been hugging. You will have just come back from your mama's house.
Yes, that's right. All right. We'll talk to you later, and take care, everybody. Bye. We'd like to thank Cory for coming on the podcast. It was so much fun. She was so nice, and it was just really great to talk with her. And if you have any thoughts about anything that we talked about, please leave in the comments section or on Twitter. We'd love to talk about it. And if you are, make sure that you're following the podcast all over social media and iTunes, YouTube. If you're listening to iTunes, please leave us your ratings and reviews. And if you're watching on YouTube, please give us a thumbs up, subscribe to the channel. We so much appreciate that. We just got over the 1,000 subscriber mark, so we're able to do a lot more over on the channel. So make sure that you are following us over there. And then we also have our patron group, which is so needed and so appreciated right now. And then we have our merch store, which has got a ton of new designs just this last week. So make sure you check that out. And we sure appreciate that. And you can follow me at Rachel's Reviews, all of our social media, iTunes, YouTube, and on Rotten Tomatoes. So check that out. And thanks again to Cory, and we'll talk to y'all later. Bye.